Okay, welcome back. We're up to 2 p.m. turn, 3rd Winchester, play through the 160th anniversary. So, quite a bit of action here, as you can see by the Confederate routes and losses, as well as the Union routes and losses over here. Getty's division taking the brunt of it over here, and Gordon's division taking the brunt of it over here as well. So, an interesting play. Let's take a walk over to the actual board and see what's going on here. So, here we are at the on the board, and kind of giving you a wide view of everything from the Union perspective. You can see the Union lines right there, Confederates. A lot of the fighting is really centered around First Woods right there. Sorry for the glare, trying to keep that off. But right around First Woods over here, where Gordon had counterattacked and pushed back. But the Union just has the numbers here because Russell, the 3rd Division within the 9th Corps, came up and counterattacked over here. Basically came over Bidwell over here with Getty's division and then hit hard over here. Meanwhile, Getty and the rest of Warner's division kind of held out to the northwest over there to slow down the attack. And the cavalry has kind of extracted themselves from the fight over here. They're pulling back over here as Upton has come up to replace them over there, funneling down over here. I still have something for them to do. They're still potent, but now they're a little winded and out of command, so it's going to be tough. But what I'd like to have them do, and again, sorry for the glare, there we go, is to come over here and replace these units of Emerson's and push back Jackson, because down below here there's another road junction right under my camera bar there that they want to try to push Crook down for trying to go for the southern half of Winchester. Then as we move up here, this is where the real action has hit here. And let me get you onto the stand and we'll take a look at that from there. Okay, here we are back with the action. Now we're looking kind of south to north, north to south, where we can see Ricketts' 2nd Division has moved up here. Kiefer has moved up to continue the attack and basically has knocked out the remnants of Ramseur's division. Goodwin's brigade holding out here has now pretty much been wrecked. You can see their remnants here and their combat ineffective right there. Division is, as well as Ramseur got wounded and taken off. Pegram is now in command. But you can see Rhodes' units have come up. Rhodes is positioned here, and his 4 brigades are moving in line to block Kiefer's attack over here and possibly even counterattack over here, because now Ricketts is the only solid division up here of the 6th Corps that's holding the ground. Getty is really beat up and is probably going to have to step back, and we'll have Russell come in there to take position over there and really kind of hopefully tie them up so that we can let others kind of get around the flanks and do their job to get in there. But they're very heated battle over here. At one point, hopefully you saw my charge video where Wickham got an excellent chance for charging. They came all the way in here to attack the guns way down behind here, as well as wrecked a couple of regiments and pretty much made Wheaton right here brigade ineffective, combat ineffective, that is, and had to have some of Emerson's, excuse me, not Emerson's, but Kiefer's units come up and help restore the line here. Wheaton still has a couple of units out there, but it's, again, they're pretty beat up with everything going on over there. So the hope is that the Confederates can just hold the line, and with roads coming up over here, and hopefully Gordon can hold over here. Unfortunately, Atkinson went down, lost 2 regiments over here with the attack by Campbell. They've developed a seam over here between York and Atkinson. Still have Terry's units over here holding kind of the center area here, but there's tough terrain up here for Upton to move, so it's going to be a little bit tough for him at the immediate moment. But Confederates are going to have to do something about it, and we're not quite sure what that's going to be yet. There is some reinforcements coming to the north. That's up there. We've got some cavalry units. Let me point those out. Some of Lomax's cavalry units here and here. We're setting up Wharton's division as a blocking force for the Union cavalry that will be coming on next turn. So we're actually going to get 2 fronts going on here. We'll get the front over here, and we'll get a front up here going on. This could get interesting because we should get some more cavalry charges, particularly with the likes of Custer and others that are very aggressive in the attack up to the north. So that should be very interesting. But the south is where a lot of the action, I think, is going to be, because the Union really needs to get a breakthrough. They need to get around and capture the forts over here, or to the south, the Valley Pike south of Winchester. Now, we do have something going on that may make that happen. It's going to be a tough one to see, but for the Union making this happen, we have Emory's 19th Corps starting to move up this way, and the plan is to get up here, try to cross somewhere over here, and then dash over for the forts up there. They're slowly moving up here. They're in advance mode. They didn't have too good of a turn getting on here. Have thought about putting them in march mode. That would have gotten them, one more distance up here, but then I had to worry about Patton's units up here that have repositioned in these woods and kind of blocking the intersection right here. So tough choice, but I think I made the right one. Worst case is maybe they dive in here and attack down to the south and then head across here as well. But I'm hopeful to get them up here and then over. We'll see. Emory is not a great commander. We have some special rules for them. When it comes into play, I'll explain them. And we'll have to see how that goes. There's reinforcements here are only coming in through one hex, so they're kind of slowly streaming in. Hopefully we'll get more this next term. I would put them in March this next term, but they're so close. They're only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 6. 2 to 3 activations away from them. So I don't want them to get caught, in march mode in the open. I know I could try to dance them down here to the south somehow, but still they'd have to stop somewhere in here. So I don't know if that might not be worth it or not. And then just the threat of Patton attacking troops in columns might be too much. Yeah, they must be driving Sheridan down here crazy because he wants to get things moving. So we still have Crook's whole army to come in. We still have, which is Thorburn and Duval. And like I said, the cavalry is going to come in. That's going to be a good striking force. Hopefully that'll relieve the pressure here. They can strike down here against Patton, drive a wedge over here, and then possibly free up Emory to get around and get to the forts, because I think here is going to be tied up. The 6th Corps is going to be tied up in the center, back down to the south right here with everything. And then my other piece is hopefully we can get Crook on the next couple of turns so he can dash down the southern route to knock out those victory conditions over there as well. So as far as victory points, I showed you that before. Union is up to 29 victory points. Yeah, 29 victory points. Confederates are up to 9 victory points. Union hasn't hit the minimum yet for marginal victory. They need 50 victory points. They've definitely got the advantage in terms of ratio, so that's already fulfilled, but it's now getting the victory points. So we'll have to either knock out some more artillery or cavalry as they go along. So there we have it. The only last thing here is the AMs. Let me show you that. So here's the AM draws. We had some good Union AM draws here early, which gave them a little bit of an advantage. Then came the Confederates, and then back to the Union again. And then it was kind of a mixed bag for most of it. And then towards the end, we got a streak of Confederates, and then mixed bag again at the end. So really helpful up here for the Union. This one was the one that they had the cavalry charge on. So that that made a big difference over there. So with that, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the 2 p.m. turn. Okay, welcome back to the end of the 2 p.m. turn. Taking a look at the third battle of Winchester and the turn track. We've got 4 turns left. Just want to give you an overview of what's happened at the 2 p.m. turn. And we'll start here with the status cards with Confederates over here. You can see number of units starting to wind up on the broken track as these units start depleting and getting fatigued. And then a number of Confederate units are off the board. Pretty much Ramseur's brigade is done, or excuse me, division is done on here as well as a lot of cavalry over here, which is giving a lot of points to the Union, which we'll go through in a second. From the Union perspective, the same thing. We're starting to get a lot, particularly Getty's division has been really hit hard. You can see them in the routed, or the eliminated and the routed over here as well as some with Wilson here too. So that's kind of the overview of the unit. You can see the victory points now. We stand at 28 to 8. Now, I will say this, the Union has a division combat ineffective, that's Ramseur's, which I talked about, so that actually pushes them up to 33, getting a lot closer to that magic 50 mark to get them into the marginal victory column. From the Confederate perspective, one of the things I was going to say, because Getty has taken a lot of hits over here, their division has gone combat ineffective. So they've actually moved up to a victory point of 14. So it's 33 to 14 at this particular moment. Still a long way to go, and I'll show you the map and show you the other victory hexes here in just a second. But I just wanted to start you with the status of where we are. Okay, and now we're back with the wide view of the map and the main engagement here along the Berryville Road, coming out of the canyon over here. Apologies for the glare over here. I'll move here in a second and that will disappear. But I wanted to kind of give you the wide shot over here. The Union is pressed on over here, particularly Ricketts' division has pushed forward, replacing Getty. Getty's remnants are back here in this general vicinity and kind of holding the line back here as Russell, the 3rd Division from Wright's Corps, has moved up to push back Gordon here in the woods. And that's kind of the interesting subject of the battle right now is Gordon's, not collapse, I don't want to say collapse here, but Gordon's retreat from the woods. They had to push back with a fresh division coming at them, and you can see them moving back over there. York over here is actually brigade ineffective, brigade combat ineffective over here, and he's holding the flank. You notice there's not much over here, and you notice there's Union troops up there, which we'll talk about in a moment. We've got the rest of Russell Upton over here coming up, and we've got Evans and who's the other one there? Campbell right there coming into the attack to push back Gordon. So Gordon most likely is going to have to get back to the woods here, maybe make a stand over there. It's going to be tough, as we'll see in a moment when we look at the northern part of the field. From the southwestern edge, Berryville Road itself, we've got Rhodes coming up and setting up and replacing Wharton's cavalry that was down here Wickham's cavalry, excuse me. Wickham's cavalry that was down here. They're going to fade down over here to the Cincinnati Road and hook up with Jackson to prevent the Union, because the Union is moving what's left of Wilson's cavalry down to clear the road. So eventually we can potentially have Crook and his reinforcements, which are still off the map. You can see over there. I'll shift over here so you can actually see them. But they're off the map, and they're going to come down, as I've said all along, the Greenwood Road, hook up with Cincinnati over here, and then try to push on to the southern part of Winchester. But you can see they've got a long way to go because they're still off map. There's still a good bit of Emery's Corps coming in, the 19th Corps coming in over here. And what they're doing, as we saw before, is they are going up this road, heading up towards Rutherford's farm, which is actually over there. And they're going to head up this way, but then pivot and attack down this way in conjunction with the cavalry, which is coming into the north. All right, that's going to be kind of the plan. Now, the Confederates have put up a block here. That's Patton's brigade from Wharton's division that set up a block there. They've started skirmishing over there. Union taking the brunt of it, but they'll deploy and be able to flank them here shortly. So they should be able to get around them there as well. Also, we have the cavalry coming on board. We've got Averill right here, his units. You see, we got Tobert, his corps headquarters is on the board there as well. And then way out over here, we've got Custer, which I'll take a walk around here to the other side and show you here in a minute. And then we've got Wharton holding them off. So let me take a walk around and show you the other perspective. Okay, we're back on the other side. We're just north of Winchester. That's down here. The Valley Pike is right there as well. Excuse the glare. We've got Custer's brigade right here, as well as Merritt's division, circling Wharton over here. Now, we've also have some of Lomax's cavalry, Bean and Smith over here. Smith is here, Bean is here, screening off. But Custer's units are fresh, and they've got Sharp's carbines, and they've really got a lot going for them here. So we'll see what happens the next turn. The one thing that's going to be tricky, though, because Tobert is over here kind of getting these guys moved in so they can hook up with the rest of the 19th Corps over there. He's activating over here, but Merritt is way over here, so he's out of command. So they're not going to get as many commands this turn to get around them. I don't know if that's going to be good or bad, but hopefully by the next turn, the 4 p.m. turn, we can release Custer heading south and try to get into the forts, because those are going to be the key points down here. You can see some of the remnants of Lomax's 1st Brigade are sitting in the forts now, occupying them. We still have Collier and the breastworks over here unoccupied, but those can be occupied by either those infantry units or any units that come back, like Gordon or Rhodes over here. So the Confederates are in a decent position, but they're getting stretched out. You can see the long view, minus the glare, of the Union advance coming up the road across here to come towards Rutherford's farm area and attack from the north. And then we'll have Crook coming in and attacking from the south. So this should get really interesting as the time goes on here. Like I said, we're moving on to the 3 p.m. turn. We've got 4 turns left, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we'll see what happens to see who can actually win this. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I'll have some more updates. I'll try to throw in some color pieces from some of my readings and move on from there. So thanks for watching.